So I've been like, yeah, I read the first book like 3 years ago.
And then you read the Cliff Notes recently because you got the second.
Yeah, I read the Spark Notes on it.
It's a hefty book. How many pages is it?
I don't know, man. It's a long ass book.
Fuck, over 1,100. That's that's a big book.
I mean, honestly, books like that are worth it because there's so many pages. So like you're gonna end up spending a lot of time with the book, and like fantasy books like that, you kind of want the story to keep going, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a D&D campaign.
That's the one thing with books I love. It's great and sucks that when you get to the end of a good trilogy, like it's satisfying, but then you're always left with like this weird empty feeling.
You want more.
Yeah, because you've almost kind of like inserted yourself into the lives of the characters, and then it's gone. You're like, I don't have this anymore.
And then like you look at your own life, and you're like, holy shit, my life is so boring.
I've been retreating into these amazing books.
This book was
fantasy worlds.
Yeah, and you feel that after watching like really good movies. It's the exact same effect. Like whenever like all these different forms of escapism, whenever they stop, you just end up creating.
You're let down from a climax.
Yeah, like books, movies, even drugs, man.
Okay. Like
if you're high, right, and then you stop being high, you're like, fuck, I wish I could still be high. Or like even like being drunk. I haven't
been high yet, so I guess though, yeah. I don't like being drunk. I like being tipsy.
Yeah, you like
tipsy is fun. Drunk is now worrisome because now I'm worried about tomorrow.
That's true. Hangovers are the worst, man.
I've only ever had one, and it didn't last long.
How was it like?
Essentially, just it took me a good hour and a half to fall asleep because you get that weird like spinning effect, and so you feel like you're gonna vomit. Mm-hmm. And so I eventually fell asleep on my friend's couch, and then woke up, still kind of had it, but not to a bad degree, and then went home and slept for like 6 hours.
Yeah, man. Hangovers just make you want to fucking do nothing at all.
They take everything out of you.
Literally. Like last week, okay, this guy, we were out drinking, me and a bunch of guys, and this guy, this is the first time I've met him, he kept buying me drinks, like nonstop.
Oh, he wanted in your pants.
No, he had a girlfriend.
Hey, that doesn't mean anything.
No, but he wanted to like, he was like, you're only 20. You can drink more than that, buddy. Oh. And I was like, no, I gotta stop right now because I was feeling so fucking drunk. And this guy kept showering me with Belgian moons and shots. And like, I'm not gonna complain about it because I always appreciate free alcohol. But the next day was fucking terrible. Holy shit.
You're super weak to peer pressure?
Yeah. Well, that and like, if someone buys me a free drink and like it's sitting in front of me, I feel like it's rude to refuse
Did you never tell him like, okay, but this is the last one.
No.
I don't feel good.
I told him that. I was literally telling him, okay, this is my last beer. I don't think I should drink anymore. And he would go to the waiter.
Okay, no.
And he'd be like, hey, grab this guy another Belgian moon.
No, because you were being too soft about it. You're saying, I don't think you should say, I feel like I'm going to throw up soon. Last beer.
I went to the washroom, right? I came back. It was implied that I threw up. I didn't actually throw up, but I felt like throwing up. And lo and behold, there were 2 beers waiting for me.
The old boot and rally.
Exactly. And I mean, I appreciate the dude because I get what he was trying to do. And I was like, apparently I was like hyping the table up and I was dancing and shit, which makes sense because for some reason...
I just imagine you like doing dad moves, like the shopping cart and the lawnmower.
I don't know, man. I don't really know how I dance when I'm drunk. But apparently I'm pretty fun. That's what I've heard.
No.
But maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm fucking super lame and people are just trying to like encourage me or some shit. But the next day, I'm getting to the point of this hangover. The hangover literally lasted until 10 p.m. the next day.
Ooh.
Like 10 p.m. I was still feeling shitty in my bed. Like that's fucking crazy, dude. I had never had a hangover last that long.
A single night stole an entire day.
Yeah, and I was like eating like eggs and fucking spicy shit, trying to like get that hangover to go away. You know how there's like
spicy foods help with hangovers?
Fuck yeah, they do.
I thought it was mainly just water.
No, food definitely helps.
Well, yeah, food, but I didn't know if specifically spicy food, or is it just
it wakes you up.
Oh, okay, because I'm pretty sure was it protein helps?
Soup helps too. like spicy soups. In Korea, we have something called haejanguk, which is literally a soup made for hangovers. So like they make it for you in the morning, and then it's a spicy soup with like meat and stuff in it, and it's supposed to like wake you up and like get rid of that hangover. Makes sense
because it's essentially when you get dehydrated, not dehydrated. When you get drunk, you get dehydrated really easily. So, me personally, almost every headache or migraine I get now is because I haven't been drinking enough water. So I take a leave and then just drink water until I stop feeling the headache.
You're right. Water is key. Because like that's the first thing I do, obviously, when I wake up with a hangover. Run to the kitchen, and
guzzle the tap of water.
I literally put my mouth underneath the tap, and then I just like turn it on. I drink as much as possible until like I feel it sloshing around in my stomach.
I don't think you want to do that. You want it.
Because
you don't absorb as much.
Obviously, that's not the best idea, but I do it anyways because I'm hungover as fuck. I'm not thinking straight. Maybe I'm a little bit drunk still too, because like for me sometimes
because you don't absorb as much water when you guzzle it. You want to just like slowly trickle because your body actually will be able to take it in more. If you're guzzling a bunch, you're gonna fill up, but your body can't soak it in as quick enough.
Yeah,
that's why like when it's like a super dehydrated person, they always sound like slow, and there's just a trickle.
I think that might be because they might throw up though.
Yeah, that and going from dehydrated to suddenly a rush of water can throw your body into shock.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've never been I don't think I've been that dehydrated.
No, I've been once. I was playing AAA like spring hockey.
Yeah.
And we had a tournament, and we had 3 games that day, and I used to not drink water in between shifts because I was worried it was give me cramps. Mm-hmm. So, other than in between the 2 games, I drank no water the entire day. So on the drive home, I felt terrible. I was messed up, and they're like, "Yeah, you felt like I had to go pee," but I didn't have enough liquid in my body to actually create any urine.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just in pain, and they were passing me like anything they had that was liquid from in the car on the drive home, and then I got home and they just sat me in the shower for like half an hour in like cold water, and I think I drank 6 bottles of water and felt like I was gonna vomit.
That's another thing that helps with hangovers, by the way. The cold showers. Like you want to wake up, drink some water.
Is it specifically cold showers?
Cold showers wake you up more. The thing is with hangovers, you feel drowsy as fuck, and you also have a headache. Every time I've taken a cold shower and I have a hangover, like I felt way better afterwards.
Oh, okay. Although I like the feeling, like the drowsy feeling I get in a warm shower. It's a problem my parents had with me is I'd take like 15-minute showers where I'd be done the shower after like 3, but I'd just kind of zone out, like almost sleeping standing up just in the shower, just soaking in warm 100%. Water.
Sometimes I just feel like lying down on the shower floor and just like feeling the hot water.
Yeah, that's what I love baths, but they get cold so quick.
That's why my secret whenever I take a bath is first of all, I don't care about wasting water at this point. Because I'm not paying for that shit usually when I'm at home.
Yeah.
And my parents are paying for like the heating or the water or whatever. So like I literally as soon as the water starts getting cold, I pull the plug and I put more hot water in.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish they had plugs where it was like
imagine like a heated tub.
You could do that. You could do that like DUI style, do it yourself style. If you just got like
DYI, not DUI. That's
driving
under influence style.
Yeah, don't do it that way.
I don't think you should be driving under the influence in a bathtub, Jared.
That'd be impressive. That'd be very impressive if you could do that.
It's probably happened. Like someone ending up in a bathtub.
Probably in Florida.
Yeah.
Likely in Florida.
I mean, you come up... If you say anything crazy, it's probably happened in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, that place is fucking insane, man. It's the bath salts. That's what it is. They're all addicted to it.
That's where my grandpa goes for the summer. They have a cottage down there.
You been to Florida?
Oh, yeah. Twice.
I've been there.
Key West is very fun.
Once.
And relaxing.
I went to Universal Studios.
That's the first time we went to Disneyland and Universal Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Second time went to Key West. Disneyland, gonna be honest, sucks if you're not under the age of 10.
It's true. Or unless you have like a childlike part, like me.
Okay, but even then the
seeing
problem...
Minnie Mouse or Mickey Mouse would make me fucking excited, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. But the problem is, it's like the rides. There will be 2 good rides at a park. 2, maybe 3. And they position them on opposite sides of the park, knowingly.
This is at Disneyland?
Yes.
I've never been there before, by the way.
Okay, at all the parks, they will have 2 to 3 good rides for people who are older. Mm-hmm. And they will always be across the parks from each other because they don't want all the older people congealing in one area. They want you traveling back and forth to buy shit. Yeah. But that means you're only going to really go on those 2 or 3 rides because everything else is trash.
That's true.
It's all really gimmicky and like kind of slow moving and safe for children. It's a children's amusement park. So you're just walking kilometers in a day.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that Universal Studios is like leagues ahead of...
Oh yeah, if you're above the age of 14 especially, don't go to Disneyland.
Did you ever go on that like VR, not VR, but like augmented reality Spider-Man ride?
Yep.
That ride is fucking amazing.
It's very fun.
I went on that ride like 4 times, and my dad was like giddy about it. Like my dad was like, "Let's go on it again. Let's go on it again."
Yeah, was it I think my brother and sister, I think, didn't go on it with us. My dad and my mom came with me. They wanted to go, or no, my dad... It was me and my mom on that one. My dad went with my brother and sister because my brother was still somewhat small. Uh-huh. They went on the Hulk one, the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, ride. The really fast one that like starts super fast. Yeah, I went on that one too.
And they said it was awesome. So then they made me and my mom go on it with them again.
God, that one's insane.
And I am bad with heights.
I basically got whiplash from that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm bad with heights. So they love the picture because it takes like the serious pictures. And in mine, I'm beside my mom going, ah, like screaming, and I'm just like locked in the chair for dear life, and I'm just face of just total fear, just staring dead ahead the entire ride.
Honestly, that is probably one of the most terrifying rides I've ever been on, just because of its speed. Like the way it accelerates, it's not really its speed. It's like it speeds up.
Did you go on the
right
rock and roller coaster?
Yeah, I love that one. That one was so much fun.
Because it's indoors, so you can't. I love it because you're indoors. You can't tell how high you are. The rock and roller coaster, the stupidly fast one. The one with music? Yeah, the stupidly fast one.
The one that goes up and then drops you backwards.
No,
I don't think we're talking about a different one.
Yeah, so rock and roller coaster is so it's all indoors. Yeah. Because it's all like dark and there's little lights and it plays Aerosmith. I think it was.
I haven't been on this one though.
No, and essentially they have, so you're sitting in, they have a thing come up and they're like, everybody, they're like, ensure you're looking straight ahead because it takes off and gets up to 300 miles per hour, I think it is.
300 miles per hour?
Kilometers an hour. Some stupid.
Jeez, with that.
Some stupid. It's essentially like they have it at a speed where it's the same amount of G's as near the bottom of like a high roller coaster's first dip.
Okay.
At all times.
At all times.
Essentially, it slows down.
Do you not get lightheaded?
That's why they give you the warning to look straight ahead because you'll get caught. Like, you'll get stuck like that for the first while of the ride if your head's to the side and you can get whiplash. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what happens is, so you go up and because it's indoors, you can feel the loop-de-loops happen. Mm-hmm. But I loved it because I couldn't see the heights. So even if we were a shit ton in the air, it felt the same as if we were on the ground to me, and it was just fast.
Oh, and you're scared of heights, right?
I'm terrified of heights.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can't sit on the window seat in an airplane.
I just realized we didn't introduce this podcast.
We haven't.
Okay.
We just went right into the books.
Well, let's do the intro now. It's better later than none. Yeah. It's 14 minutes in.
Yeah.
Welcome to the audience. We were just we got a little caught up in that conversation about amusement parks. My name is Noah.
I'm Jared.
And we are friends.
Lovers.
Maybe even more than that.
Soulmates.
And we're just here to talk to y'all. We figured we'd just record one.
Is this half rate 5 or 6?
I honestly, Colin messed up with the numbering of one of them.
Oh.
So he skipped an episode. But nobody noticed. I guess people are going to notice now, but nobody noticed that we missed an episode. So this is, how about this? We called this the episode before that episode. So like
we're filling in the gap.
Exactly. Like, okay. I think we missed episode 3, so this is half rate episode 3.
Okay, so this would be my first episode. instead.
This is technically, your first episode, except the upload date is going to show it afterwards. Yeah. It's going to be confusing as like hell for people.
I'm here, again, as a virgin to podcasts.
As a virgin? Oh,
a podcast virgin.
Yeah, because I don't think you're a virgin.
I am not.
Wow. Letting the whole internet know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think people care.
You must be so proud.
I mean, I'm probably in the majority of people. I'd say more people are non-virgins than virgins. All right, Jared, let's stop talking about this subject matter. Okay.
Anyways, the book we were talking about earlier, we were talking about the Wise Man's Fear. I just got it from the bookstore recently. It's the sequel to The Name of the Wind. It's by
The Kingkiller Chronicle.
It's by Patrick Rothfuss. And the first book is freaking amazing. It's not like I'm sponsored or anything by this guy, but The Name of the Wind is one of the like most amazing fantasy novels that I've ever read.
What's it about?
It's about this guy Kavoth, and basically he's retelling the story of his life to another person at an inn, and each book represents one day of him telling the story. Oh. So literally, like, the entire book takes place in one day. Like, it's a story being told over one day. Shit. Even though, like, who the fuck's gonna read that entire book in one day? And basically, he's telling one of these guys who like records stuff, like a writer or a scribe.
It could be a scribe or a historian.
Yeah. He's telling a historian, basically. The historian came looking for him, and he's telling him about, like, what his life, like, basically that, because he's, like, famous or something.
Is it, like, medieval times?
Yeah, or? It's basically like that, but there's, like, magic involved, and, it's really cool, and there's, like, monsters and magic, and it's really cool.
Do you have a favorite character in it? So far?
I mean, obviously, like, the main character would be my favorite character.
Typically, that's if it's a character, if it's like story based like that, where it's on a character's life, he'll be the most enjoyable or likable character.
It basically follows him around the entire time. But there's other characters that are great in it. I'm gonna have to read the Spark Notes again, because I read the Spark Notes like a week ago, and now I've forgotten basically everything about it. Mm-hmm. But anyways, it's a great book, and if anyone wants to read a good novel, I recommend it. Anyways, back to amusement parks. Have you been to Canada's Wonderland?
I have not ever been to Canada's Wonderland, which is the weird one. I've been to a bunch of ones in America, but not the one in Canada.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
We should go to Canada's Wonderland sometime.
We tried to set that up both the previous summers, but people couldn't do it.
We wanted to go this summer, and we wanted to go last summer as well.
I think this next summer will be easier because everybody will be here.
And you'll have a car.
Yeah.
But we won't be able to bring everyone there.
No.
We'll be able to bring 7 people.
Yeah. But,
like, that would be dope. And honestly, my parents would probably be fine with, like, everyone just sleeping over at our place for, like, one night. Because, no. It would be cool. There's some crazy rides, though, that, like, you would not appreciate because of your fear of heights.
My deathly fear of heights.
The Leviathan, the Behemoth, Windseeker, those are all going to terrify the fuck out of you if you get on them.
Yeah, that's my parents' favorite thing to do when we go to amusement park rides is try and convince me that it will be okay, and once they have me far enough in the line, I can see them start to try and hide grins because they know I'm trapped now. And then they both kind of like look at each other and silently agree who's going to get a sit beside me because they're going to have the most enjoyment.
That's just cruel, man.
My dad's favorite memories of an amusement park is in Cedar Point. There's looking back on it, the ride's not even that bad. It's called the Maverick. But essentially it goes up and it's not super high, but it inverts. So
goes back into itself?
Yes.
Okay.
So you kind of at the one point you flipped out and you're further out than the seat you're in.
That's insane.
And then it curves back, and it's not that high. It's decently high, but my dad's the one who sat next to me, and he laughed his ass off the entire time because as we're going up, I'm like, "You lied to me! It's way harder than you said it was. This is way too high. I want off." And he's just laughing at me,
like literally crying.
Like, I wasn't crying, but
Daddy!
I was close. I wasn't gonna ask for help. I was mad at him. He was the one who lied to me. He told me it was safe, and it wasn't.
But But you do like amusement parks, right? They're fun.
Yeah, they're fun after the fact. I have to get past my general terror.
Yeah. Oh, you went to Universal Studios, right?
Yep.
Did you get the turkey legs there?
I did not.
Oh my god.
Are they good?
Yeah, no, like that's like one of the things I remember from being there. Out of all the things I can remember, the fucking turkey legs, man.
I don't think we got any food there.
They basically serve it to you like an ice cream cone, and you just eat it, and fuck, that was delicious. But overpriced as hell.
Oh yeah, they will. All food will be there.
Everything.
That's why we didn't eat anything there.
Like even in movie theaters, everything's overpriced.
Mm-hmm. Any service industry.
Yeah.
Will
Both me and Jared worked at a movie theater, by the way.
Yeah.
We worked at a theater that shall not be named because we don't want to get sued. But we can talk shit about it if we're not naming it.
I love both the negative aspect of that and the positive, like, optimism. Like, you think we'd get sued because somebody would somehow discover us shit-talking them, and they'd be like, this is reaching too many people. We need to shut this down.
Who knows, man? Honestly,
and then we'd lose our zero amount of money.
It would literally just be defamation, and we don't even need to like be reaching that many people as long as we have an online presence and we're talking shit about a company. They can sue us.
Yeah, but I don't think they would because that would cost them more money than they could get from us.
Let's just use like a placeholder name for them. What's a good placeholder name? It can sound similar as long as it's not the exact
I was about to say,
name.
can we just spell it backwards?
How about World Mark Cinemas?
Okay. Or just World Cinemas?
Yeah. Or Location Cinemas.
Okay.
Because of...
Yeah.
You know why?
Yes, I know.
Anyways...
It's very on the nose.
It was nice working at Location Cinemas.
Yeah, this is like when in movies it's like Cola instead of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, because of trademark issues.
Yeah, because they don't want to pay Coca-Cola until they use it, and they're like, let's just change a couple.
Or like Pepsi with 2 E's.
Yeah.
Pepsi.
It's Pep. No, there's no C. It's just Pep.
Yeah, I love it when they do that in movies and shit though.
Mm-hmm.
It's always funny.
I like they did an interesting version of that in Into the Spider-Verse where I think it was in the first world, like in a short clip, they showed it as Coca-Cola, and then immediately that changed when it went to like the main universe of that world, and it was something like essentially like what they usually do where it's off-brand, and I'm like, they had to pay Coke for that like short clip of
they had to pay Coke?
They would have.
Oh yeah. Wait, no.
Or do you think
Coke
I think Coke
paid them
for the advertisement?
Yeah. Either they ask for permission and it's completely free for them to do it, or Coke pays them because
no, usually it'd be licensing. So
no, but
Coke would get paid for people being allowed to use their trademark.
Thing is, sponsorship works in the way that like.
But that's where they
Coke
sponsor.
benefits from being in there.
Yeah, but they would benefit even more from that end money.
No. It never works that way unless it's like other trademark like characters or like other trademarked like stories or whatever. Those things like they can't be sold on their own, but Coke is sold in stores, right? So like if you wanted to use my character in your movie, then yes, you would have to pay me to use my character because my character is my property, and it's not like I can sell my character to people. So this is the only way I can really sell a character.
Yeah.
So if like Sony wanted to get, if Marvel wanted to get Sony to let them use Spider-Man,
which they did,
which they're doing, they're getting
Thank
Sony.
God.
They're paying Sony to use Spider-Man.
Yeah, don't take actually Tom Holland away.
The case with Spider-Man is actually quite different from that because they're working together and there's like a whole thing where they're getting a cut, whatever. But things like Coke, Coke is most definitely paying the company to have their name, or it's completely free and they just ask Coke for the permission. Like, hey Coke, can we just like have like a 1-second clip of your logo? And then Coca-Cola is probably like, hey, no problem, we don't care. It's whatever.
I think Coca-Cola cares about everything.
You think so?
I mean, when you have that much money and that many products, you care about everything that's associated with your brand.
What's their company called again? Like PepsiCo? No. That's Pepsi. What's the other one? Are they just called Coca-Cola? No, I think there's.
Because they also own like Aquafina. There's Aquafina is Pepsi. There's Dasani is Coke. Aquafina is Pepsi. Fanta is Pepsi.
Man, these big corporations, they own everything, man.
Anything that's fizzy water juice.
Yeah, most beverages are owned by the same like two companies. Nestle is Nestle under.
Nestle's Coke.
Coke.
That's what Nestle is.
It's crazy. Like you think that like when you go to a store you have like
a bunch of choice. You do not.
You have a choice, but you really don't. I mean, these companies that are underneath the bigger companies, they still like have some degree of independence.
Yeah, the parent companies have oversight, but they typically
just get a cut of the money.
They typically leave their acquired businesses to continue running themselves because they would have bought those businesses because they were profitable in their situation already.
Yeah.
They'd only step in if the business started failing.
So how's school been for you, man?
Good. I just had a midterm today, this morning, that I think went pretty well.
What was it on?
Ancient civilizations.
Nice.
Roman. Yeah, so there's 27 questions in it that I knew off by heart. Like, I could have answered them in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest I feel pretty decent about, except for 3, which were just a complete crapshoot. It was multiple choice, so I have a 25% chance of getting those right.
On each of them, yeah.
Yeah, so pray to the ancient Roman gods for this one. And then I had one earlier last week on Thursday for art history that I'm pretty sure I killed. Yeah. So I'm happy about that.
Well, today was like a really fucked up day for me in terms of school.
Why? What happened?
Well, okay. I woke up and then I checked my student email and I only learned that I had an assignment due today like this morning.
Oh, fuck. For which class?
For statistics of all classes. Not only that, I apologize to all the listeners that want me going to class.
That means you have not been going to class.
I've been missing some statistics classes. I'll be completely honest. And because of that, I really didn't know how to do most of the problems on that assignment. So I was just completely fucked today. Because usually, like, if I have a day, I can, like, sort of, understand what's going on and answer the questions. But not today. So that fucking stressed me out like crazy. And then I went to my class and I didn't, like, get anything for some reason. Like, usually in philosophy, like ethics, I sort of, like, have a gist of what's going on. Mm-hmm. But today I was, like, off my game, man. I literally did not understand a single thing he was saying. And, like, when I did try to participate, I gave him, like, the wrongest possible answer. And I was, like, stuttering, too. And he was like, no, not quite. And I'm like, God damn it. That's the thing that he does to the other students that get their answer completely wrong.
Damn it.
But oh well, whatever.
I've only participated in one of the classes, and it was the Roman history one. And essentially, first class, he was like asking us what we think the definition of religion was, and I tried, and I gave one that I think was objectively better than the 2 that the other people had given, especially because he went into more detail.
Were they all wrong?
Well, no. What he was doing is he was taking like our definitions and writing keywords on the board and then kind of explaining them. And I had like 6. Essentially, mine's essentially, it gives a community, like it gives a group of people a sense of community and togetherness where there wouldn't otherwise be one.
It also gives them a collective goal.
Yeah, it's a bond. It works. It's a lot of times it served as like a bonding aspect, kept communities together. So he went over that. That's the only time I participate because the art history ones, I'm just so deathly afraid of not knowing what to say that I'm like, I'm just not even gonna risk
Participating is terrifying, man. Especially when you're in a class like my ethics class has quite a few students. Like there's at least 100 in that class.
Yeah,
and like putting my hand up and saying something in front of everyone and being completely wrong is like
awful.
Literally the most embarrassing thing ever.
Although, do you think it's better to like put your hand up, get it wrong in a class with like 100, 200 people, or in a class with 15?
In a class with 15, I think it's way less bad. Because now you're embarrassing yourself in front of 14 people rather than like 200
Okay,
people.
but 200 people, they're going to forget about you in an instant.
Not
14 people, like they know. Fuck you. 14. If you're in a class with 14 or 15 people, they remember that and they see you. You know all of them are looking at you and all of them heard it.
Yes, Jared. But everyone looks at me in my class and they're like, wow, that guy's cute. And then I say something completely
You want to go down this road?
And then they're like, wow, that guy's cute, but he's stupid as hell.
I mean, right? If movies have taught me anything, cute, stupid guys get all the ladies.
No, that's not true at all.
If cheesy movies, that's what they taught me.
Not stupid guys. Cute, stupid guy. Okay, if we're talking comedy movies, if we're talking like cheesy rom-coms.
Yep, that's what I said.
Okay, in that case, you know, the idiot cute guy gets the girls. But we're not living in a rom-com. We're living in a drama. And in dramas, the cool, good-looking guys...
Then you're fucked.
Yeah, but I'm not cool or good... Well...
You're making my point.
Yeah, I'm screwed, man. This is why you get the girls.
False. I'm not cool.
But you are good-looking.
To some people.
So you got like 50% going for you.
Yeah.
Well, I actually feel
passing grade.
Kind of weird right now because the light's pink. I'm shirtless and I just called you good-looking. But like I'm just confident like that, you know. Mm-hmm. Oh, remember the whole thing where we had like different colored lights represent?
Yeah, pink was it pink or purple that meant you're fucking?
I think it was pink.
Pink meant you were fucking. Blue meant you were sad.
Red meant I was like angry or something.
Yeah. Green meant you were getting high.
Yeah.
Because you came up with that right as they were legalizing weed.
So I have these hue lights in my room, just for the audience listening. I have these hue lights and they can change colors to like basically any color. And me and Jared used to like kid about like how I could like set the color in my room to like different things to like send a message.
Yeah, so we would know what he was feeling before we ever opened the door.
Exactly, because you would see it underneath. So like purple would be like I'm having sex, and then green would be like I'm getting high. But like the thing is, I never got to use purple, man.
Yeah, well, if pink was sex, what was purple?
I don't know. What could purple even be? I'm being like asphyxiated.
You're being choked?
I just farted.
Oh, it's deadly.
Yeah.
I think that green would have worked fantastic for that.
Oh my god.
Poison?
No, but purple is also like pretty universally like a poisonous thing, right? Mm. If you see purple gas, you probably don't want to breathe it.
No.
But also if you see green gas, you don't want to.
No.
So purple is I just fucking ripped the fat one.
Oh, okay. It's danger zone, don't enter.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Was it the thing I want to do is
Wait, red was murder. It wasn't angry.
Oh yeah, red was you
red
murdered.
Was I literally killed someone.
And like you somehow got somebody into this room without any of us knowing, murdered them silently, and then you're like, I'll just turn this on so they know not to come in. Tell them what's happening.
Yo, you can get like an entire story just by looking at my door. First you see green, and then you see pink, and then you see red. And you're like, okay, so he got high, he fucked the girl, and then he murdered them.
Wait, but did you fuck them, or did they peg you, and that's why you murdered them? You weren't down with that shit.
They fucked me?
Yeah, so you're getting pegged, you're getting it up the ass.
Well, okay, yeah, I get what getting pegged is.
Yeah, so then did you murder them? Because you're like, hey, I said no. Dead.
Well, how are they going to even get it in if I'm saying no? My asshole was
you
closed,
got
man.
Like the hydraulic clench. Nothing's getting in.
Nothing is getting past my ironclad butt cheeks.
They just wiggle a finger up in there.
No,
it up.
No, a finger will not fit. Okay, I guarantee. You're not allowed to try.
Like you saw me just do like the little motion with my finger, and your sentence stopped.
I'm getting fucking flashbacks, man.
How you're getting flashbacks to a dream you had?
Yeah, I can still
not
get
reality.
Flashbacks to a dream.
That's like a flashback to a flashback, essentially.
No, but a dream isn't a flashback.
I know. That's why I said essentially.
Have you ever lucid dreamt before?
Mm-mm.
Man, lucid dreaming's fun.
At least not that I remember. I don't remember any.
You know how you can remember them though? There's like a method to remembering your dreams.
Yeah, the guy said drink a shit ton of water.
No. that also would work because you have to wake up and pee constantly. But the best method is you must remember like at least a small fraction of what happened right before you woke up. So starting with that, you start a dream journal. You try to write down what you can recall from your dreams. And if you do that every single morning, your brain will start remembering things from your dreams more often. And like eventually you'll be remembering your entire dream. And at that point, you can start lucid dreaming.
I think I also just don't want to know what my dreams are because then I can stay under the assumption that they're not fucked up. I don't want to find out if there's a possibility of them being fucked up.
Well, I have very fucked up dreams, but it doesn't faze me at all because I know that dream me and real me are two totally different people.
Noah can't be responsible for what dream Noah does.
Exactly. Because I've done some messed up stuff in my dreams, and I've also died in my dreams. Well, guess what? I haven't done messed up things in real life.
I mean, you're just dead inside. So, yeah.
Don't remind me.
Yes. Why don't you just soak that in? Just
I'm really feeling...
bathe in the light. And then you put your shirt back on.
You're the one who makes me feel dead inside, Jared. You're cold. You know, lifeless eyes.
Oh, you said cold, and my immediate thought is my favorite thing to do to people now that winter's coming.
Yeah. Is
when you're managed like to get the cold hand from outside down their
back.
Fucking
hate that.
You hate it when you're the one who gets the cold hand, not when you're the one doing it. When you're doing it, it's the most enjoyable thing ever because they're squirming, but you're like holding them. They can't go backwards because it's into the hand, and they can't go forwards because that's into you. So they're trying to turn away, so you're just kind of like swinging with them.
The ethics philosopher in me says that is so wrong. That is so morally wrong.
How?
That is worse than murder.
How's it wrong?
Because it traumatizes them for life, Jared.
It doesn't.
Flashbacks.
I'm gonna go with this statement that the joy I get from doing it is much greater
than the pain
than the slight uncomfortable pain they get for the like 5 seconds of cold hand.
Well, if you're feeling that much joy, there's some fucking problem with you.
It's fun to watch people squirm innocently, like to watch them kind of like get away. It's the same joy you get from tickling somebody. It is absurdly fun to tickle somebody.
Man, I don't know why people think tickling is okay and cold hands down backs is okay. No! Get away from me. No. Okay, I wish you guys could see that, but like he was really creepy about it and he was just trying to tickle me.
Outstretched hands.
No. That's why my shirt's back on. Like I felt like something was coming.
Go for the neck.
Ah!
I didn't even touch you and you went ah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, anyways. No tickling tonight, Jared.
I was gonna say we went back to Amusement before I could say it, but what was it? Would this be your favorite fantasy novel then?
Out of all my all the novels I've read?
Of all the fantasy ones you read.
Harry Potter is really good, man.
I like Harry Potter. There are some I like more.
Like if I'm talking about like book series, then I'm pretty sure The Philosopher's Stone, that's my favorite one in Harry Potter.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I always like the first book of any series for some reason.
Because everything's new and exciting.
Exactly. And then like it's sort of like the longer it goes on, sometimes I feel like it's getting dragged on.
I like... Which one is it? The one where Luna gets introduced, because Luna is my second favorite character.
That one's the fourth one?
Is she around in the Triwizard Tournament, or is she after? She's in the fifth one.
No, it was after that. It was the fifth one.
Okay. Yeah, she's my second favorite. Hermione and Harry tie for first, and then Luna. I just love Luna because she's just a bundle of joy.
Well, honestly, okay. Thinking about it now, I think The Name of the Wind is actually my favorite fantasy novel. Hands down.
I'll have to read that one then. I've got...
Noreen has it.
But I've got a short list. I'm reading one currently called Gone, which is so far really interesting. It's essentially... so there's this like a town in California, and suddenly everybody above the age of 14 just vanishes. Just poof. And a dome is now surrounding the town.
Isn't this called The Dome?
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Well, no, it's called Gone. I think the Dome
show.
is, I think, a movie based off it, maybe.
No, there's a book called The Dome, and I think it's by what's his name, Stephen King.
Okay, no, this is different. It's called it's called Gone. It's by Michael Grant.
Okay.
Because they've gone. Everybody above the age of 14's gone.
Oh, there's a TV show based on this.
Yeah, and everybody and people. Well, we don't know everybody yet, but I'm assuming because people are starting to show up with powers. The main character Sam, who I already love, because he's very relatable, and essentially he's taken like actions. Like there's a building on fire, and he's the one who stepped up for it. But then he's immediately like, I want to get the fuck out of here, because everybody started looking for him.
Is it just kids?
Everybody above the age of 14's gone. They're outside the Dome.
Interesting. But they're still alive.
We don't know for sure.
Can they get out of the Dome? Can they dig under?
Nope, they tried. They got down to the point where there was rocks, and it kept going under, and it goes up for as high as they can see, and it surrounds. And I've just gone to the part where there's a nuclear plant there. That's where they get all their energy, and there's a map there that updates to show where the nuclear fallout would land, and the circle that shows where it is now is the exact same position as the Dome. So it's very mysterious. It's doing a good job.
The thing I was talking about was Under the Dome, and it's like pretty much the same thing.
It
where
might
like
be based off
a dome suddenly fucking appears everywhere. Like this is based on the Stephen King book, Under the Dome, I think. Yeah. Based on Under the Dome by Stephen King. Anyways, like it's exactly the same thing except the adults don't disappear. Nobody can get inside. Nobody can escape.
Yeah.
And like
everything goes to shit. This was recommended me by Clara. She writes one of her favorites. Was it? And from what she said, eventually some form of monsters grow up, which they've already kind of done a really interesting way of highlighting it. Because essentially they found a dead seagull and it had a talon. So there are some weird shit starting to happen. But they're doing a really good job of giving just pieces and clues. So if she hadn't already kind of given me a description of it, like to get me interested in it, it'd be a complete mystery to me. I'd be like, what the fuck's going on here?
Okay.
But other than that, I think my favorite one recently is definitely A Darker Shade of Magic. I love the way it does it.
Oh yeah, I read that. I read the first book that you gave me. Yeah. Yeah,
and I should have brought the series back up with me. I'll have to do that when I get back, when I go home from
that was a good book.
I love the way they do it. I also love Kel as a protagonist because he's not the very typical one. Like he wants to go into it. He feels obliged because it's for his family, but he also feels trapped. Yeah, which I think is
all this book talk. I feel like is going to be boring people or something.
Well, it depends. If people like books, which I think a lot of people do, and fantasy books I think are the most enjoyable because they give you an experience you can't get from reading biographies. Because instead of experiencing a different part of this world, you experience something you could never experience.
Autobiographies are great too, though, sometimes.
They are.
Like, have you read the Steve Jobs autobiography? No. It's not an autobiography, the biography.
I have not. I don't think I've read any.
God, the Steve Jobs one is so good. And there's also this one for Arnold Schwarzenegger that I really liked. So like biographies can be great because like there's a sense of realism to them, right? Like it's actually what happened, probably.
I still think fantasy ones are better because even then they still somehow make
the
protagonists. I always find it interesting how they can make like a person in such a foreign world feel so relatable. Like they still everything like the core values and like things a person does in it are typically something.
Well, they maintain the person's humanity, right? They never create like characters that aren't human-like because if they weren't like humans and they didn't react to things like humans, then we wouldn't be able to relate to the character at all.
Although, yeah, you read the first one, so you know about Lila.
Yeah.
I like her as a character too because she is like the opposite. Like she's in it for herself.
But that's still a human quality.
Yeah, that's why because it shows she's kind of like Kel, but whereas he puts like his obligation and his duties beforehand, she doesn't. She's the opposite. She puts herself beforehand. So it's an interesting contrast between them, and they play off each other. And then I also just love his coat.
Yeah.
if there's an actual like coats like that, I'd be like, sweet as shit. You'd only ever need one coat.
You just keep flipping it inside out.
That's like the coolest magic item I've ever heard of, and it's just something so, and it's awesome because it's like the pockets are each individual source. So you have to know what coat to get specific items. So it's a great way to fucking with people. Like you put some in your pocket, you get chased, immediately just change out your jacket. Can't get it.
Just for your information, our audience, there's this coat in the story that whenever the main character like flips it inside out, it turns into the coat that he wants it to become, basically.
No, I don't. It's not always the one he wants it because he has to go through multiple.
Well, yeah. Well,
but it
changes to another coat.
It's an interesting because it's instead of being a 2-side coat, it's like just a coat with. He doesn't know how many sides.
Basically, like supposedly like maybe infinite amount of coats.
He just hasn't found the end. He says sometimes a new one will pop up and an old one will just be gone at sometimes. And then old one will pop up back out of nowhere. Never really knows what's going to happen. But I think the red one, like the main one, is like always there.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of coats, it's going to be winter soon.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I kind of can't wait for it.
Like, what are you excited about for
I like winter. Like, I like the cold. Because the thing is, with heat, I hate sweating, man. It's terrible.
I handle heat better than I do cold.
And I can't like take off more than like shorts and short sleeves.
You can.
I could, but it wouldn't be
socially acceptable.
Appropriate. Yeah. But when it's winter, I can literally bundle up with however much I want. Right?
True.
And I'll stay warm by bundling up. And also when my room gets hot, I don't need to fucking turn on the air conditioning and waste money. I just open up my window a little bit. Without a concern for bugs, because I don't have one of those nets that stops the bugs from coming in. So like, I don't know. And also,
I should just give you the one from my room because I never open my window.
I don't know how
it faces the building beside us, so I have no view, so I never open it. Oh. And also, anyways, I keep my blinds closed because I realized if I'm changing, they can see from like the lower level in like the last mirror, or like 2 windows in the second level. I'm like, I can never open my blinds.
Oh, that's funny. I had the blinds open and I was changing once, and I looked down and I saw someone looking up at the window, and I'm like, fuck! And I closed the blinds.
You creepy son of a bitch.
Exactly. I'm sure they didn't mean to like creep on me
or
anything. They just probably glanced up and they're like, oh, that guy's changing.
And they're like, look at that eye candy.
They probably got a nice treat that day.
Yeah.
I also really, really, really like Christmas and snow.
Yeah.
Those are 2 things I really like.
I like specific kinds of snow. I like really crunchy.
You don't like fluffy snow?
Well, kind of. I love the sound of snow crunching under my feet. It's what I like frost, like grass when it frosts. I love like the feeling of the crunch.
Then you must like the autumn leaves too.
Yes.
Like crunching
at
like
the,
a whole bunch
at
of
the
leaves.
Beginning.
Yeah.
Once they've been on the ground for a while, they get like soggy. They lose their crunch and they get like rotten.
But when they're fresh.
When they're fresh.
Oh, baby. I have like such like clear memories of like me as a kid rolling around in like a bed of like leaves.
You've like raked them into a pile and jumped in it?
Yeah, no, like I went to like a park.
Oh.
Like there's a whole bunch of trees and like the ground is literally covered in like crunchy leaves, and like you just dive into it and you have fun. Like I have fond memories like that. But I also really like snow because like it's fun to play with.
There's tobogganing.
Yeah, and like you can go skiing, you can go snowboarding.
Is there a mountain anywhere near here?
I have no idea.
This winter we could go.
Man, that would be fun. And you can also like build forts, throw snowballs, eat snow what's not dirty.
Yeah, what's the most hardcore snow fort you've ever made?
This was back in grade 6. So we would at our school. It was a pretty small private school. We would build snow forts on either end of the play area, and our group of kids, we thought of the brilliant idea of building the snow fort and then pouring water over it and letting that freeze overnight. So the next day we'd come and we'd have like a fucking rock solid snow fort. People would not be able to destroy that shit. Like if you stomped on it with your boot, it would not fucking budge. Yeah. And like that would be our fort, right? And it would be like really big, and we'd have actually like a ceiling over it with little holes, and like we'd have like little like escape areas. Oh my god, that was a lot of fun.
I think the best one I ever made was me, my brother, and my friend Jet. We took those recycling bins, like the square ones, and we packed snow into those. And essentially made blocks, and I think it was probably 4 feet high, and like a giant cube. We didn't put a roof on it because don't know how we'd go about that with something the size it was.
With the ice, it works. Making a roof with ice, it works.
We never did the thing where we brought water out. It'd be in the sun, so by the time we got there the next day, it was frozen.
That was the meta, right? We would bring our water bottles, like that our parents would pack for us to drink, obviously, and like that's the secret, you bring out the water.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do that though. The sun will melt it enough during the day that overnight it'll then freeze and it becomes ice.
I feel like if the sun is strong enough to melt it.
Well, it's only going to melt.
Thing is, we wanted it to freeze fast too, right?
It's only going to melt the surface part.
Yeah.
I remember we had it would have been grade 4, because after grade 4 we moved to the other playground. We built a kind of similar, not as high. What we did is we picked a spot where it dips, and we put it up on the edge so that we would have extra area, and we put a bunch of little like square holes in like the outside and put tiny snowmen in and froze them as they were our guardians.
Yeah.
And we'd make like piles along the back fence of snowballs, and we wouldn't attack people, but when they came near, they'd get hit by about 15 at the same time.
Did your school ever ban throwing snowballs? Yeah, same thing for us. It's because like there could be rocks in it or like pieces of ice. We didn't give a shit. Like whenever there weren't teachers looking, then we would just fucking wham. I remember like I have this memory of like me stuffing a whole bunch of leaves like down some girl's like the back of her shirt and getting in trouble for that. That's a memory that I have for some reason. My memory is like the worst thing ever, but I remember weird shit like that. Like crispy leaves, not like just regular leaves, and they would like break up.
I never shoved them down somebody, but we do the thing we throw them in their face.
Ooh, that's cruel, man. Because like I remember people throwing leaves at me too, and like you'd get it in your eye, or like you'd get it in your mouth.
Well, it's like the crispy one, so you throw it like kind of like upwards, and so it's like in the face, but you're not like pelting them in the face.
Oh, I've been pelted in the face by leaves before.
Do you play tackle soccer during winter?
What's that?
So you full contact, you can slide to purposely take them out, just dive at them, and then person who scores becomes goalie.
No, we did that, but without our feet, because like there's snow, we can't really kick the soccer ball.
Yeah,
so
that's the
carry
point.
It by hand.
Oh no, we didn't do that. You had to kick it in because that meant you were moving slow, which means you could get taken out.
Yeah, I don't know, but we did do like things like that at our school.
My favorite memory of like playground soccer is I broke a kid's toe off my shin.
That's your favorite memory?
I kept stealing the ball from him, and he got mad at me and turned and kicked me, and he kicked me in the shin and broke his pinky toe on my shin.
So you think he got what he deserves?
Oh yeah, he lost his mind. He attacked me, and it felt like nothing to me because it broke under.
Oh, that sounds
and then
so painful.
He dropped, and I didn't realize how bad it was, and I'm like, ha, that sucks for you, and then left, and then found out later that he'd broken his pinky toe, and I still don't feel totally bad because it's at fault. Yeah, that's just comeuppance. That's you trying to hurt somebody else, and
then you get
the world being like, nah, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, either way, he was doing something wrong.
Yeah,
no matter how you look at it. Morally, he was doing something wrong.
He was trying to hurt me.
Exactly.
He aimed. It was a full powered kick to my shin.
Oh my goodness! Look at the time.
What? How long?
It's been 54 minutes, man.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, time flies when you're talking with a best bud like you.
Aw, thanks, lover.
I was just kidding. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I love you too, boo.
Anyways, I think we should wrap things up about now.
Yeah.
I think I'll be posting it like right now. But YouTube, it'll get posted like tomorrow or something.
Oh, okay. Because isn't it supposed to come out on...
It was supposed to come out on Sunday, but it didn't. So like this is going to be 2 days late.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, at least people are still going to
Wait, no, but it'll be more than 2 weeks. It'll be like 4 weeks late.
Oh, true, because it's gonna be like what, episode 3?
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you to our dear audience.
Thanks
for listening.
Initiating me. I'm no longer a virgin.
Yeah. And welcome, Jared, to the podcasting world.
Thank you for taking my virginity.
This is also the first half-rate episode that doesn't feature me and Colin.
Yeah, you guys have been the sole people of the half-rate.
Now it's me and you, Jared.
Ah.
Well, I'm going to get someone else on the next episode, obviously.
I think almost all of them will need you or Colin, because you're the only two who know how to run the software at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much. And half rates we can just pump out, man. It's just 2 people. Like, getting 2 people together is not that hard. Anyways, thank you for listening.
Thank you for letting me come.
And to the audience, if you're watching this on YouTube, a subscription would be appreciated.
It'd be great.
We're only at 14 subscribers right now, so maybe if we could get to 20, that would be nice.
You would, if you discount the fact that I'm pretty sure me and a few of us are also subscribed to it, you would be in the first 10.
Exactly.
Probably.
And
I mean, that's pretty special.
I mean, you probably enjoyed this episode if you're currently still listening to it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed it, you might as well share it with your friends, right?
You're our kind of strange people.
You got to be a little weird to like want to listen to us idiots for like 55 minutes.
The weird people are the best people.
Anyways, share it with your friends. Let other people know. We want to get that exposure, except I can't really share it with my family and friends because I have a lot of Christian family members and I don't want them hearing me swearing like a sailor.
Oh, I don't have that problem. I have I don't want them hearing me talk at all.
I kind of had that going for me as well.
Yeah, like I don't want them ever knowing what I'm talking about.
I also talk about a lot of fucked up shit on this.
I also like, because I haven't told them that I'm in another relationship, because I didn't.
Oh, and then they'd find out.
Yeah, that'd be a weird way for them to find out. The biggest reason was I was planning to tell them the other day after our date, and then got rear-ended, and so don't really want to associate car crash with new girlfriend.
What day did you get rear-ended on?
Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Because I'd gotten my vehicle safety checked the day before.
Oof.
Murphy came and fucked me.
And if you're listening to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Yeah, we now are on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a rating if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts. Give us that 5-star, please.
That was not awkward at all.
Hey, you know what? I'm an awkward person, and people just have to learn how to live with that.
The message would be appreciated.
Honestly, if you think we're crap, give us 1 star and say you are crap. Honestly, I'll accept that as well.
Yeah.
It's some feedback, and it's something that we need.
And it would tell us kind of what you want to look for and what you enjoyed, what we should skip on.
Yeah, and if you say this is crap, and then you say the other one with me and Colin is good,
then I'll just kill
Jared's
myself.
he's not going to kill himself.
No,
he just never shows up on a half rate.
I won't kill myself. Anymore. I just won't come on half rates.
No, but I think he's fantastic.
Aww.
I had a really deep understanding and connection with him today. Also, we're on Google Play Music for those Android users out there who don't have an Apple ID and don't want to pay for Apple Music. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Follow us on Twitter. I'll link it down below. And follow us on Instagram. We have no posts on Instagram, but I will make the first post on Instagram very soon. Okay, so.
Oh, we're actually gonna start posting. Are we gonna post what the schedule is, even though we don't keep to the schedule?
No, let's post a photo on Instagram right now, literally. Okay, after this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it's almost nearing an hour. Bye. Oh no, we should say something. We should. What's a good way to end the podcast?
How have you guys ended the previous ones?
The last episode we literally just said a random word. We said we picked a word and then we said it, but I don't want to do that.
No, we almost need to come up with a clever way to do it, or just have it just a simple sign off.
I'm just gonna say something, okay?
Yeah, just either have you or Colin always sign off.
Booyah!